Samantha here. I pray all is well with you. This is a quick how-to video. Well, I shouldn't say quick, but it's a how-to video. I saw this somewhere on Gel Art's channel. I forgot the exact video. If I find it, I'll link it. But it is a way to avoid your letters being backwards when you do jelly printing. So what I would like to do is show an example of what I mean, and then show you how it's very simple how to get the letters in the correct orientation. So here's this stamp right here. So I'm going to actually put down some ink. I mean, it's these little tips sometimes that help so much. I'm going to put some ink on a jelly plate. I like using this method with picking it up off of somewhere because you save it and you don't wipe all of that off on the piece of paper. You know you can use a piece of paper as a print. Okay, and so I have that down, and then I'm going to put this... Oop, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, hold on 1 second. I got this fan on, so I don't want it to dry it out, you know? I can always put a little bit more. Just wet it somewhat. Okay, I'm going to put this down. You see? So I put the stamp down the correct way, you see? Now, I'm going to take this print. Just trying to get some of that ink up in the front there. I know okay, anyway. I was going to say something about this rubbing. Got an idea for that. Okay, so you see I picked up some of the ink. So now I want to take this. I'm going to put it here. So now I'm going to take the flip side. I'm going to put this here. Put this way. And I'm going to rub. Let me put something else so I could rub this. I feel like that ink is still wet. Okay, yes it is. Let me see if I can find a print that's already dry that I can rub down. Yeah, this one. Okay, good. Yeah. I gotta get another piece of paper. If I have to do that again, I don't want to do it with the ones that I already made. Okay, so now let me pull this print up. Look at this. It's backwards. Dream, you know, you can see everything is backwards. That is quite annoying. Okay, let me get a piece of scratch paper. Right, I'm gonna get this. So, but you can clearly see that the word believe is all the way backwards. Success, create, all of that is backwards. So let me go ahead and put some ink here. So I'm gonna take this out again. First, put that there. Take a piece of paper now and do this. Okay. Much better, much better. And that will always annoy me. And I never thought to do what I saw in this video, which is so simple, but you know, we don't always catch it. And then at first, and then we catch it. Okay, so let me just clear this off. All right, I just want to clean this print, clean that paper. So now I'm going to show you how you can get the letters in the right orientation. The words, the letters. You will have to clean your stamps, your stencils and other stencils that you use. Something like this, but it's okay. It's well worth it. And so I think I need to put a little bit more because it's kind of It's warm in here and it's dry. It's dries fast, the paint, because I have the fan on near me. So, okay. So now I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna flip it. Instead of putting it down the right way, I'm gonna change the orientation. I'm gonna flip this upside down. Let me get a piece of paper. I'm using mixed media paper. I think I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use this right here. This side to clean it up. Then I'm gonna go here and just take up that initial layer of ink in between. I thought I had my paper. Okay, there you go. In between the grooves as much as possible. This is not the most expensive stamp. And, ooh, it came out purple. I love it. And so now I'm going to take the stamp. I keep saying stamp. Stamp is on my mouth. Stencil. Put that there. Lay this down. And pick up the print. I think I keep saying stamp because I just did a video, a how-to video on stamp. Okay. All right, so now I'm gonna pick up the print. I got most of that ink. Okay. So you can see thankful is the right way, believe is the right way, faith is the right way. Even though it left down some of the ink, I'm going to get another print so you can see, because it blocked out some of its distress, which I like. But I'm trying to show something here, so I need to pick this up all the way. Get all those letters up. Here we go, before that ink dry out. Here we go. Oh. Down. That's why I have an idea in mind. Instead of buying a product, I have an idea in mind for dealing with this. Which most of y'all probably know what it is already by me saying make a project to avoid doing this right here. You know what? I actually have another clean brayer that I think I'm going to use for this right now. So, yeah. I have this for the Cricut. This is for a Cricut. So I can't put no paint on it. I'm sure it's gonna help. Alright. Alrighty then. So let me take this up, pull this print. It should take off all of the paint. Clean it. Yes. Okay. So now you can see there, look at the word imagine. You can see thankful. Everything is going the right way. Success, believe. So, and here is the other side, which you can clearly see, even though there's some distressing, some beautiful distressing, you can see the letters, the words are in the correct orientation. Let me show you another print that I did before I got online that's even better. You see, this was the pull. This was the first pull. You can see it there. I didn't even think. That wasn't the main pull, but you can still see it really good. And here is a pull I did, a prototype that I did. Look at this. So I have a couple of more that I'm going to do with some music. Well, nah, I'm not going to do it with music. This is a how-to. Well, it'll probably be some music in the background, but I mean, I'm not going to speed it up. I don't want to do that to the how-tos. So I have this stamp, this stencil. Girl, you're not working with stamps right now. Okay. I tell you this because I was in this stamping zone. And so, I have this print, which is bigger, this stencil, which is bigger than, hold on, multitasking doesn't always work for me. I'll tell you that right now. Okay, so I have this piece of paper that is the same size as this stencil, but I'm working on a small jelly print. Right now, the jelly plate, the small jelly plate. So I'm gonna have to do this a little different, which is gonna be okay. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mark my paper. Okay, this is right here. I'm gonna mark this paper right here. Because all I need is, I don't need it to be perfectly connected. I just need to know where to put it down. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me make sure I did this correct. I think I could even... Okay, that was in between. All right. So let me go ahead and put down some ink. Some paint. Put down some more paint. I don't want to use... I want to use orange. I'm going to use orange. So I have to clean this up here. But what I'm going to do is... I wish that... Oh, I do have my water bottle. I'm not going to just wipe this paint up like that. I'm not going to do that. So this is intermission. I got to do this right now. This is intermission. The in-between. Because I'm going to do a Bible journaling page, I think, God willing, later with this print that I'm about to make. The other prints, yes, I will use at some point, but definitely I want to use the one that I'm making later on. A little bit of water effect going on here. I'll just use another piece of mixed media paper. These will also be used in something at a later time as well. That's the beauty of mixed media. I just love it. And I like making like the dark background. Sometimes they look so grungy. Then I could put some bright lettering on there about the Lord to just highlight that part, what he is saying, what his word says. It just reminds me sometimes in the midst of everything, what does God say? In the midst of everything that might seem a little bleak, or that may be bleak. So sometimes it may not seem it, it's just, it is. Let's keep it real as Christians. Don't mean that we're pessimistic. God ain't called us to be blind. we up. Some people sleep on us, but that's on them. Anyway, this is a how-to, but this is intermission, right? So, okay. So I'm gonna get the rest of this up. But it's not that bad, you know, considering how it could be. I really like using this. I've had it for a while. It's just that when I saw that the light on my ceiling kept glowing down on it, I just kept like covering it up because I'm like, that glare was getting on my nerves. But I did some rearranging, so I think it's better. Okay, so let me get this up. It's over to the side here. Okay. And it's, like I said, this is intermission. So what I'm going to do is put some music on with the intermission. am back, and the color that I am going to use for this particular print is orange. Orange. And so I'm gonna put some, oopsie. Or should I use the green? I think I'm gonna use the green. I'm gonna use the green because it represents something to me. So I'll explain that later when I do the other video. So I'm gonna put down this green. I'm learning how to do jelly printing better. Okay, put this down right here. Okay, take the paper and put it down. Where did I mark it? Oh my goodness. I made a mistake. All right, it's all right. So it's all right. I'll just have to do this like this. Put the paper down. Okay, now I did. Well, I used that. And then again, it's probably right there in my face and I just don't see it. All right, let's just keep going. Alrighty. Oh, boy. All right, now I think I'm not looking for it to be a perfect print. I do need it to be a bit grungy. So hopefully I will be able to get that. Okay. So, oh, okay. You know what? It got a little bit of that other one. Let me try this. I think that paper is too thick to get up the middle, the in between the letters. And so I need to use this. I think that's what it is, because that's some good paper. So you see, I got more of it cleaned out. I don't want to use I could use a wipe or something to get it up. Maybe I'll consider that. But now I need to take, I could use this. And I'm going to go ahead and lay this down. Get that. Okay. This could even be pressed on something, like mist it. I'm gonna try it. Why not? I'm gonna mist it, because that's all ink. And if I could get a little bit of it, I'd rather get a little bit of it instead of wasting it. A little bit of paint. Saying ink, paint, stamp. Y'all know what I mean. Sometimes that happens when you're doing the videos, especially if you're doing a lot and you're not good at multitasking. I'm not that good at multitasking anyway. I used to be, but I'm not anymore. I think, thank God for that, because if I was, I'll keep doing that, and that's really not good. Alrighty. So I got this print. Ooh. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Ooh. Nice. I like it. Okay, now I'm gonna do the second part, which already I'm liking that, y'all. I like how that happened. I like how that came out. So, and like I said, I'm not using it in the block way. This is going to be cut up. It's just that I need to make sure that it's not overlapping. That's my whole point. Because I could even turn it upside down if I needed to. So I'm not going to mess with that right now. I'll do the whole thing afterwards. So let me put down some more paint. And get this other part. This is so relaxing. Okay. And so I gotta turn it over. Oh, make sure I change the orientation. And I'm going to put this here. And I'm going to use that same paper to pull up the ink. Okay, and now I'm gonna take this and lift it up. I'm gonna be able to get the rest of this just by putting this up here. There won't be no overlap. I'm grateful for that. And just do one of these numbers. Goodness, I really like how this came out. I'm a princess, not because I have a prince, but because my father is a king and he is God. You, the prince. I'm not going to show you the cleanup ones. Well, I don't think I am, but I want to show you the prints that I just did. Let's do a quick flip through. So using the stencil, changing the orientation of the stencil at the initial lay. So instead of going down this way, which is the correct orientation, whereas we can read it, if we were using this regularly, all right, Lord, if we were using this like so, right? I was using some ink or some paint and I was using it this way. So if I was using the stencil like that, flat down how it's usually used, right? Then it will be fine. But because I'm using it on a jelly plate and putting ink down and flipping a paper downwards to only flip it over again, if I do it like this, as you can see, the orientation is going to be incorrect, which is what happened when I showed you. Everything is going backwards. But when I flipped it the correct way, when I flipped it upside down, where now as I'm looking at it, the text is backwards, as you can see, it produced, once it's pulled up, it produces this, right? Everything is read the right way. And we could see that with this stencil here, one little recap, which is good, I think. Right, this one here. See, look how the letters was all, yeah. When we did it this way, it came up wrong. Then we flipped it over, and this is the loveliness that's produced as a result. So the whole point is, in a nutshell, not the whole point, but what just came to me is flip the stencil upside down, backwards. Just flip the stencil down instead of up. Flip it down instead of up. Okay. So, but even the text that's backwards, I'm gonna use that in mixed media art. So this is the front of this one. Oh, here is a print. See, it's a nice print to be used as backgrounds. This, and then this, and this. Nice. This, and this, and this. I really like this one. Then we have this block. I made a block to clean off the plate. And do I have another print here? I think that's it. And this.